Hey folks, 99 here. I got a quick question for you, but I'm going to hold the question off for just a few seconds here. I got a package in a couple of days ago and I received another Pecron PV 200. I believe it's the PV 200. It's a 200 watt foldable solar panel that goes with the Pecron E2000 LFP. So I had one already, and I just thought over time I would um, save up, get one as I had extra money. And the Pecron E2000 LFP, has a total input as far as solar goes at about 1,300 watts. I believe it's 600 watts on each of these ports here, and then another 100 on that one. And I believe that's how it works. I've never used the single one, but I've seen videos where it says that you could do another 100 watts on that. But my point about the video is that whether it be 1,200 or 1,300 watts, the Pecron E2000 LFP has a lot of solar power intake capabilities. So at 1,200/1,300 watts of solar input, that's a lot of solar panels. And as you can see, as far as just the Pecrons themselves, I have just two 200 watt solar panels that are, for me, designated for that system in and of itself, in particular. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't have others. As you can see back there at the top here, I have these two panels here are actually EcoFlow panels, and they just happen to be EcoFlow. And my EcoFlow River Pro is right down here on the floor. But I have a solar panel right there that is specifically my grab and go solar panel for the EcoFlow system. And so I always wanted to have at least one that was a grab and go for any particular system that I had, whether it be the Bluetti AC180, the Jackery, the EcoFlow River Pro, or the Pecron E2000 LFP. Now, the Pecron for myself is not necessarily one of my grab and go units. That one doesn't go anywhere with me. It stays here. It was part of my emergency backup power plan for things that might happen. The power goes out, and then um, that's basically my largest system, the big one for me. But the question that I'm asking is that is is it more important to have capacity for solar, which the E2000 LFP is a 1,920 watt hour system, with the two battery backups, the EB3000s. Those battery systems are 3,072 watt hours each, so with a total of 8,064 watt hours. So if you remember my last video, um, I kind of led into the fact that I was thinking about getting another Pecron, which was the 1000 Pecron E1000. And then I thought to myself that, would it make sense to just keep increasing my capacity, or did I want to increase the ability to capture and harness the energy, which was the reason why the new Pecron was ordered, why I ordered that Pecron right there. So with this machine being able to take in so much power, and to me, being able to take in 1,200 or 13, depending on how you look at it, is a lot of power. And I personally, this is just my collection for my hobby slash addiction, per the last video. I probably only own the capability of being able to intake 12 or 1,300 watts in total. So this machine here can handle every solar panel that I have. The two solar panels there. If I were to happen to hook up the Jackery solar panels, the EcoFlow, the Bluetti, and then I have 3 Rich Solar 100-watt Rich solar panels, rigid also. But that machine itself can take all of them. So if you think about it, if I'm using solar powered generators to be able to support me in the event of a blackout, would I even have enough solar panels to power each and every system to keep my house running, for whether it be having one unit in this part of the house to control things over there when I need it, and then have another one in another area? So when I thought about buying the LFP, the E1000 LFP, it kind of didn't make sense at the time, although addictions don't make sense. So I still might buy it anyway. But it didn't make sense to increase my capacity as far as another machine as it does to buy another solar panel and to increase my capabilities of being able to harness that energy. So, which that was the reason why I bought another panel. And I'm going to buy a few more. I at least want this machine to be able to harness its full capacity if I actually needed it. All of the other systems can have their 100, 100, and I think one of them back there is 160 watts for the EcoFlow, I believe. Those are my grab and go systems, and they have their corresponding solar panels that are folding to just be able to top it off if I'm somewhere. We go out to the desert to go shooting, so just to be able to have power with me and be able to keep it topped off during the daytime. That's what those solar panels are for. But this one, in case of emergency, needs to be able to be at least, you know, if I was taking in 1200 watts per hour with this system and it was maxed out, even 1300, this entire system here, you still can't fill it all in one solar day. It's just not going to happen. So I would have to use a combination of maxing out the system and conserving energy at the same time, plus using these other systems to make sure I had everything that I needed. But I think at the very least, I could make sure that the Pecron E2000 LFP was doing its part and being able to utilize it to its maximum potential by maximizing its solar input and its intake. So I'll probably end up buying 3, 4 more, and yeah, probably about 4 more over time. And I'll watch the sales. I keep an eye out on the sales at least a couple times a week, so that way I can catch a deal. Right now, the 200s are about $219, which I thought was a pretty good deal. I actually, when I got this solar panel, I took it outside, and I just have to make sure that it works first. And I actually cross ran it. I cross system ran it. I actually ran it on the Bluetti because I want to make sure that there's no, little tricks that I heard certain brands do. And I'm not going to say which one, but certain brands, they do things that only make their solar panels work for their brands. And I don't like that at all. I think I should be able to use any solar panel for any system that I have if the connectors will hook up. And that's what I want to do. So I took the 200 out and ran it on the AC 180, made sure that it works. It's functioning well. It's taking in good power and possibly living up to close to what it's rated to intake, and it was doing that. So I was happy with that. But at that point, I think now I'm gonna watch out for the sales and make sure that I look out for some good deals on getting at least 4 more, to the point where I can max out this machine in case I really, really needed it. And to be honest with you, I'm not that much of a fan of foldable panels, because I believe that the quality is a lot better when you deal with a rigid panel. They'll probably last longer. if I needed to leave them outside for an extended period of time, I think they do a lot better in the weather. Even though these are technically supposed to be waterproof, I would bet my money on longevity with a rigid panel. And for those people who don't know, these panels back here, and that's two panels there. Those are rigid panels, the hard glass panels. I think they would last a lot longer in the weather. These have, for what I think is a premium built into the price, for being able to just pick them up, grab them, and take them where you want to go very easily and store them easily. So it's kind of up to you, whatever you want to buy. If you want to buy rigid panels or foldable portable panels, they both work well, but you will pay a premium. And I don't want to say exactly, probably 40% more for buying a foldable panel. And so that's my thought on buying extra foldable panels for the Pecron E2000 LFP. So let me know, what do you think? Is it more important to have capacity on the standby, or having the ability to have the intake to be able to refill these machines when you need them? Obviously, the optimal answer would be to have them both. If you have both money, I think you should do that. But some people have to make a choice, and I just try to make a rational choice and not go too far with this, in quotation, hobby / addiction. Having fun with it, but I don't want it to get away from me. But yeah, I was just wondering to myself, should I take the time out and the resources to purchase another panel, or catch the sales? Because that the E1000 LFP is still on sale for $399. And it is bugging me every day. It's tugging at me. So who knows? You might see another video with that thing sitting right there. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for it. Anyway, folks, let me know what you think. Would you spend more of your money on being able to maximize the solar input for your system, or would you make sure that you have another system first? Which one is the priority for you? Thank you, folks, for watching. This is 99 here. Please remember to respect the working class, especially these days. We work and get it done. Thank you. Later.